Hey guys, welcome to Dow Jones Futures. Let's go over what went down today, November 24th, and Sunday, November 23rd. We're going to go over what was available on the Sunday open and then what we got overnight and Monday morning. There was multiple setups, so let's get into it. I did not adjust these levels actually since Friday. I didn't get a chance to, and I figured because we were extended that the setups I was looking for would still be valid and pretty easy to find. That would be pretty straightforward. We had some lows right here, so I will be potentially looking for at least one, if not both, to be undercut for a simple liquidity sweep. Number two, we broke out from this level. You can see how we hit it, sold all the way down, back tested this 45.82 level one more time, super important, and then came right back up to test this Friday morning and break out. So naturally, at some point, we would likely back test it. And if that holds, that will be very bullish for that short term setup. So on Sunday, we gapped up, hit this level and sold. I'm sure there's a resistance of sort of up here, which I'm going to look into after this video. And then we sold down. We hit that level from below, sold again, and then we started pushing back up. One could have longed if they wanted to, probably around 46.38, and that worked out for about 5 points. But with such slow volatility, maybe not the best trade. However, still a trade and about equal distance above and below for the return risk reward. So that was the one setup. Afterwards, which we didn't really get anything much overnight until around 4 a.m. We had an awesome sell from around 46.50 all the way down to 46.22. So for a sell of about 28 points. When you sell about anything more than 15, 20 points straight down, at that point, I'm looking for some type of setup. If it's straight like this, then I'm looking for ideally a clear fail breakdown or extensive acceptance. Otherwise, on a slower sell, I'm more open to buying the level direct. So you can see an example here of a slower sell from 2:30 until about 3:15, 3:30, 1 hour. There's a little bit of a waterfall, but it dipped below, tagged the level, and then held on for a little bit before pushing up. So that could have been a dip in recovery potentially. But in this case, we pretty much sold from 4 o'clock right to 4:15 straight down. So that's pretty much a knife catch. You want to be careful. And then we had a clear two lows here to work with. So the recovery of these lows would be a long. This low is about 46.26. This is about 48.28. So about 32 or so would have been the long, and that's exact level we had right here. Great how that works out sometimes. And then we had great acceptance. So you can see clearly we bounced right off, cut this low, and then recovered it. Recovered this one, and then we were clearly fighting this level for the reclaim. So at that point, two things. Number one, this level was ready earlier to push through, and 1, 2, 3 setups were already provided. So it was definitely a level that the institutions are accumulating at for this short-term trade. It can clearly see. So when I saw that, and I saw that that was also the entry for the failed breakdown, to me that's green light. Perfect acceptance here for a while overnight. We started pushing up at 6:45 and 7:15 we're consolidating. I woke up at 7:15ish looking at the charts, and I saw this setup. I saw it was still active, so I took it, and that worked out great, level to level. And then out of nowhere, we got a sell. My runner got taken out. I usually leave it below here, but in this case, I left it up there just because I wanted more of a sell and I didn't want to get back any of the money. I was willing to potentially get long again if we recover this and held without losing any of these lows. But lo and behold, we actually got an awesome setup where we cut right down, lost this low and these lows, and hit this zone exact for that back test. So you had so many options here. You could have taken the direct long if you were ready quick enough. You could have taken the fail breakdown of this, or if you wanted to and missed those two, you could have waited for this shelf to clear and go long there. So I missed this long. I didn't even have an alarm set at the time. I was with family this morning, not thinking anymore that we would sell down so quick. So after I made my trade, so I missed that, but I got back on the charts when I saw we pushed through here, I like the fact that we pushed up so quick. Literally hit it, bounced 5 minutes, then started pushing back up. We cleared this entire lows and these lows. So, and we waited on top a few minutes above this entry around 46.32. Took the long, and the rest was history. So good trade there. Let's move on now for what we're gonna look for tonight into tomorrow. So we're gonna open the market. We just opened up right now. The first thing I'm seeing right now as I begin to consolidate the time frame is this is a clear resistance right here. We hit it here on November 18th. Sold down. We sold right through a couple of days ago, and we hit it on Friday, and then we hit it again. We're consolidating. It's getting weaker and weaker. So at some point, if we do get back up there, it should push through. On the downside, I'm looking for potentially these lows to get undercut, although they're not too far away. I could still see maybe a level below getting hit, dip below a little bit, and then recovering those lows could be a long. But ideally, I'd like some pullback as usual. The fail breakdown of this low right here will be money for me. If we can't get as low as there, maybe we can tag this zone before going back up. That will also be really nice setup. Beyond that, I'm looking at these lows, one or the other, to get undercut and then recover for a nice long. So we have a couple setups there on Dow Jones. I do need to do some house cleaning to see what's going on. I have this broadening formation that I've been looking at right here within the structure. We lost it a little bit, but we got right back in it. So I still believe that is the structure we're looking for. I think there should be a midway point here that we're looking to attack, whether it's this level right here around 47.23. And I think the gateway for that will be this zone right here around 46.90. So my quick opinion is we hit 4,700-ish soon. That should result in some type of pullback acceptance. And then the next target will be right here, 47.26. That target right there, it says. That should be potentially some resistance, and then that'll continue up to this target right there. That's what I'm looking at on the upside. On the downside, we have a couple lows here to work with, as well as a couple over here. Let me clean up these levels a little bit and see what we're looking at. Everyone have a great night. I'll be back with setups soon.